Hello, hello. How are you this evening? This is another episode of the 215 Show Holiday Edition. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that, over the holidays we tend to eat. But more importantly, is something that has to do with stress eating or emotional eating, if you will. My glasses are very dirty, so we're going to try to clean these suckers again. This is not a wipe that I would recommend because obviously it does not work. So we're going to talk about how to stop stress eating, or at least try to assist yourself in not stress eating. Now, I found this really great article in Better Homes and Gardens, and it had a question. When we're stuck at home and also stressed, i.e. all of the year 2020, how do we stick to healthy eating? It's normal to feel more than the normal amount of tense and stress than we normally do, and yet driving into a bag of all dressed Lay's Ridges is probably not the best way to help the situation. Though, let me tell you, all dressed, I think you can get them in Texas. All dressed is like ketchup, mayo, something, something, something. It's like off the chain. I digress. Probably not the best way to go about soothing your feelings, although it tastes good. There's 5 tips here, and the 5 tips, I'm going to give you the titles, then I'm also going to go over them briefly. Okay, now the first one is checking your hunger. The second one is sipping a cup of herbal tea. Third is getting enough vitamin B. Number 4 is walking it off. And number 5, keep healthy foods handy. Now, they also gave 2 tips, which I thought kind of unique. Okay, a lot of people thrive on schedule. But one of the suggestions was scheduling your meal times, especially if in this year you have been homeschooling your kids, if you've been working from home, keeping your schedule as if you were at the office or whatever your job is. You have lunch from 12 to 1, or you go from 1 to 2, or whatever the case may be, and a snack break, the same as if you were in the office, okay? And then the other one is when you do snack, and I have heard of this one before, they suggest using a small bowl. That way you can track how much you're actually eating and you don't take the whole bag with you to sit in front and veg in front of the TV. Getting little plastic sandwich bags. Now, it might not actually help with chips unless you maybe break them in half, but the little, they look like sandwich bags, but they're snack bags. They're like Ziploc or whatever brand. You can fill those with snacks. It might take a little bit more effort. When you get home, put some pretzels in it, whatever kind of snack you're looking for, some trail mix, whatever it is, into a little bag, and you take the bag with you. That way, you're not taking the whole bag of chips or thing of cookies and just eating, a whole row of Oreos. So the first one is, and I feel like these are rather, maybe not so much in order, and I don't know if that was their goal, but the first one is to check your hunger. Now, are you really hungry or are you bored? Before you rummage through the fridge or the pantry, ask yourself, am I really hungry? And for those of you watching the video, I'm looking at myself on the screen, but I'm not looking at the actual video camera. So I am looking at myself and not you, and that's not intentional. But it goes on to say that real psychological hunger will sometimes also have physical symptoms, such as a growling tummy, lightheadedness, with These intensify with time and won't go away until you eat. So wait 5 to 10 minutes. And if you're still hungry, have a healthy snack like veggies with hummus, a handful of nuts, or whole grain crackers. Makes sense. Making sure you're actually not bored and you actually are hungry, giving yourself 5 to 10 minutes to actually figure that out, I think is crucial. Now, I'm actually going to go out of order, okay? Keeping healthy foods handy. Now, lately I have been breaking my own rule. I have been buying some junk food at the grocery store. Normally I will walk past the items in the aisle and say, no, as long as I don't have it at home, I'm not going to eat it. My downfall is when I am out and about running errands, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I got to stop for a snack. I got to stop for something to drink. If I'm doing a lot and driving anywhere, I feel like I got to stop and grab something to eat. That's my downfall. So keeping healthy foods handy. It says if after not eating for a while, after tension hits, you still feel hungry, increase the odds that you'll reach for something healthy by keeping those foods in plain sight. For example, keep a stash of baby carrots, bell pepper slices, celery sticks front and center in the fridge. Place a bowl of fruit on the counter. You're more likely to reach for the fiber and nutrient-rich apple if you don't have to dig through the produce drawer to find it. I find this true. One of the sayings that I relate more so to like friendships and things like that is out of sight, out of mind. When you don't see them for a long time, sometimes the memory of them starts to get pushed to the back a little bit. You don't contact them as much. This actually applies to keeping healthy foods handy. If they're in the back of the fridge, if you got a root for them, you're going for whatever is in easy reach, okay? If you have them it's going to take effort. Any lifestyle change is going to take effort, and it's worth it. Put it forefront in the fridge. If you can get from the dollar store a little tray, stack some veggies in there, and maybe have like a little bowl or like disposable thing that you can put some ranch dressing in, whatever the case may be, have that ready and available. Now, one of the other things that it brings out is to walk it off. Now, I've never thought about this before. I have heard of drink a bottle of water and see how hungry you really are after you drink that bottle of water. One, because it's going to fill you up. It's going to fill your stomach. You're not going to be dehydrated, which, let's be honest, most of the population is, because if you wait until you're actually thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Okay, so it says walking it off. Every time you eat, when you're tense, a pattern is created in your brain, which becomes comfortable with that pattern as a default for dealing with stress. Breaking that habit might not be easy, but it's doable. Each time you take a brisk walk or participate deep breathing instead of reaching for a cookie, you're leveraging what's called neuroplasticity, or the ability to change networks in the brain by making new connections. This is genius. You actually can retrain your brain into not reaching for that thing and going for that walk, drinking that bottle of water, distracting yourself so that you're not feeling that stress pressure to go ahead and stuff your face. Let me take a drink real quick. Okay, that kind of spilled, but what are you gonna do? Then the next one is sip a cup of herbal tea. Now, I have not actually heard of this before, so I want to go ahead and read through it. It says, the key is that you're doing something to distract yourself before opening a bag of chips. Pretty much same with drinking a bottle of water or taking a walk. It allows time for the urge to eat to pass. Go to a chair you love, close your eyes for a moment, and inhale deeply. Then sip. Okay, let's start this again. Then sip slowly, which is easier when it's a hot beverage. Sipping decaf tea or water with lemon is a smart move because thirst is often mistaken for hunger. That is a great directive on really distraction, because I personally have found that when I was, back when I had my job in corporate America, when I was busy, not that I forgot to eat, it was just much later in the day. I found, crap, it's already 2:00. I haven't had lunch yet. So when you distract your brain with other things to do, you actually are retraining your brain. Now, the last one is, and I had no idea, is getting enough vitamin B, B as in boy. Being deficient in vitamin B can make you more prone to depression and anxiety, which in turn can increase cravings for starchy carbs that up the levels of the feel-good brain chemical serotonin. It says here, incorporating vitamin B-rich foods, including unrefined grains like oats, brown rice, and quinoa, fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, and peas in your daily diet can keep your mood and tension levels in check, so you're less likely to find yourself stressed out and wanting to eat. I'm going to do a little bit of research more on this getting enough vitamin B, but I thought that this was essential, especially to the holiday season. We're going into a new year. People aren't really sure how to view the new year, if things are going to change or not change. And a lot of people have taken the year of 2020 to kind of honestly eat their feelings. And in a sense, just kind of dig themselves into a deeper hole, if you will. And it might be the easy thing to do, and it pacifies you for that moment, but it's not healthy in the long run. So these top 5 things on how to stop stress eating, holiday edition: check your hunger, sip a cup of herbal tea, get enough vitamin B, B as in boy, walk it off, keep healthy foods handy. And along with that, walking it off and sipping a cup of herbal tea, making sure you drink a bottle of water. They recommend in ounces, have your body weight in ounces. So essentially drinking a gallon of water a day. You are dehydrated when you're thirsty. You've already been dehydrated at the point that you want to take a sip of water, or, excuse me, or drink some water. Plus, also, when you drink a bottle of water, if you have it handy, it will actually fill up your stomach so you are not as hungry, or if your brain is just telling you that you're bored. So those are the tips and tricks that I have for you on this holiday edition of the 215 Show, coming to you with some important information on how to survive the holidays and the next coming few days until we reach that new year and all of those resolutions start to kick in. Go ahead and drop your comments, your praises, your questions in the comments below. I definitely take everything into consideration. I appreciate the love and support. And as I always like to sign off on my lives on Facebook, please stay safe, happy, and healthy. Take all of the precautions that you need to. I will be dropping my TikTok and Instagram handles here in the comments below. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I appreciate it. We will have the normal Monday edition, but this is a special holiday edition to get you through some of those tough times and a few extra tips I know that will benefit you. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.